What is up, everybody? It is I, Ronin, and today I'm coming at you with the first new video of the new year. I hope you all had a excellent New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, and just, you know what? I hope things go good for you this year. I really do. But today we are learning how to play sharks. So, let me tell you a little something about sharks. So, sharks were a archetype-ish introduced in the Zexal era when Xyz and stuff first came out, and they were kind of just a bad rank 4 engine. However, now they are still a rank 4 engine, but they got some 2019 support, and now they can actually make some decent plays. It's pretty nice. But so let's just jump right in and go over it. So starting with our monster lineup, we have free Saber Shark, free Cutter Shark, free Right Hand Shark, free Lantern Shark, free White Stingray, free Left Hand Shark, free Ash Blossom, and free Mermaid Shark. So everything in this deck is based around making rank 3s, 4s, and 5s, though most of the time, because we do have access to Bahamut Shark, we don't really need to worry about making rank 3s. So it's most of the time rank 5s, which would be our Valiant Shark Lancer, or our rank 4s, which are, well, just more important in general. And let's go ahead and start with some of the new support with the two main ones, that being Cutter and Lantern Shark. Lantern Shark, when it's normal or special summon, lets you special summon a level 3, 4, 5 water monster from your hand in defense, except itself, and it can be used as Xyz material for rank 3s, 4s, or 5s. It's pretty neat. The only downside to it is that it does lock you into Xyz summoning for the rest of the turn, so keep that in mind. Thankfully, because of that master rule, that's not so much an issue. And then the other main one, Cutter Shark, who, once per turn, can target a water monster you control to special summon a fish monster from your deck with the same level but a different name. However, that monster is unable to activate its effects, and once again, you are locked into the Xyz summoning thing for the rest of the turn. So generally speaking, a good turn is summon Lantern Shark, use it to summon Cutter Shark, use Cutter Shark to get Saber or Right Hand Shark out on the field, and from there you just make plays. But let's go over Saber Shark real fast, though. It is one of the newer cards. Well, not newer. It's one of the old cards, but it is one of the best one. It's a level 4 fish that twice per turn lets you adjust what a fish-type monster's level by bumping it up 1 or bumping it down 1. And you cannot special summon any monster during the turn you use this effect, except for water monsters, which isn't a problem considering all of our playmakers are water monsters. But it's a good, consistent way to sort of, if you can't summon, say, Lantern Shark or one of the other new ones, you can just go into Saber Shark, adjust its level to wherever you need it, and you can just do that. So it's pretty good. Now for Right Hand Shark. So Right Hand Shark, when normal summon, lets you search Left Hand Shark. If it's in your graveyard, you can special summon it so long as you control no monsters, I believe it is. But it is banished when it leaves the field. And an Xyz summon monster that is water gains the ability to not be destroyed by battle. And Right Hand Shark is a hard once per turn. So this is mostly used not to search Left Hand Shark. I feel like I'm pretty sure I play too much Left Hand Shark. But Right Hand Shark is mostly used as just a really good recovery option if your opponent sweeps your board. Because even with like the ideal hand, the most Xyz monsters you'll get on the field is free, probably. So yeah, it's a great recovery option. It deck fins a little bit. It's solid stuff. Now we'll go over Left Hand Shark. It special summons itself from hand or grave while you control Right Hand Shark. If it's special summoned from the graveyard, it becomes level 4. And it is banished when it leaves the field if special summoned by this effect. And an Xyz monster that is water summoned using it cannot be destroyed by card effects ever. So it's not bad. There's just not enough graveyard revival options most of the time to make super great use of it. But if you can get these two out and you just use them as overlay units, you get the big numbers pretty much. So not bad. Maybe don't run at free. I've been kind of figuring out that's bad. But run in some amount, especially if you're running Right Hand Shark. Beyond that, we have some of the more generic sports. Ash Blossom, it ashes things like searches and all that, so that's always really good. Mermaid Shark, upon normal summon, searches a level 3, 4, or 5 fish from the deck. And White Stingray special summons itself by discarding a water monster from your hand. So, yeah, it's another way to get a level 4 on the field. So, pretty good. Yeah, so that's the monster lineup. Everything is kind of focused on just getting out as many monsters as possible, as you might expect. Now the Spell Trap lineup, which is a little bit more standard. So first up, we have one of the new spell, White Mirror. So it lets you monster reborn a fish from the grave, and then you search a fish with the same name from your deck. However, you cannot, well, actually, you can normal summon it. I don't know why I thought there was a restriction there. But yeah, you just revive a fish from the graveyard, search the same one from your deck. It's really good. It's a great way to search and recover. Keep it in mind. We're running free Pot of Desires because everything is ran at free, and there aren't exactly super important cards that you'd be banishing off of anything, so it's not bad. Foolish, send something to the graveyard, ideally right-hand Shark, or something to revive with White Mirror. The 2020 card, so we can actually play under 2020 rules. The Called by the Grave, because this is a bit of a... It's a little bit of a combo deck. Ash hurts it very hard, so it's a good thing to have. Free Torrential Reborn, it hardly ever comes up, and it's a win effect, but when it does come up, it is a really cool card. Basically, when a water monster you control is destroyed by battle or card fights it in the grave, you special summon the monsters destroyed and send from the field to the grave that time, and then you burn your opponent 500 for each monster summoned. So it's a win effect, so it sucks a little bit in that regard, but if you can pull it off, it's really cool, but I would say this is definitely the most replaceable slot. Then we have free Infinite Impermanence for a little more hand trap action, just negates things. It's pretty cool. Now we're going to get into bread and butter of the deck, what is sort of the most important thing for it. The extra deck. So, in case we have a brick on just a Mermaid Shark, we have a Link Karibo to summon it. Free Nightmares, because, removal is nice. 2 Toads, which we could not normally summon, because, we don't really run level 2s, but they are Omni Negates. Nightmare Shark, because it's super funny to finish things off with Nightmare Shark, so, and it's free to summon, and it attaches Xyz materials to it, so it's great. Number 37, Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark. Yeah, we're going to have to go over this one because this isn't one people really know too much about. So it's a rank 4, requires 2 level 4 monsters, has 2600 attack and 2100 defense. When any monster declares an attack, it can detach a Xyz material from itself to make all the opponent's monsters lose 1000 attack, and when it's destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the grave, you can special summon something from the grave. It is a hard once per turn. It's honestly a really cool going second card, so I like having it. We also have Bahamut Shark, which if you don't know what Bahamut Shark does, I will go over now, but if you don't feel like hearing that, look up Totally Awesome Heroes. So Bahamut Shark, rank 4, requires 2 level 4 waters, and once returned, it detaches a Xyz material from itself to summon a rank 3 or lower Xyz monster from the extra deck. In our case, that is Nightmare Shark or Toads. Bahamut Shark is a great first turn option and a great second turn option if you need to sort of just get Nightmare Shark out onto the field. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know if 2 is the correct ratio, but I like having it at 2. It's a very good boy to extend into plays. Now, this one you probably shouldn't be running, but I've always wanted to summon it because in Sharks, how they were before, this thing was fucking possible to summon. I do not know why, but it is Shark Drake. It requires 3 level 4 monsters, and once per turn, when its attack destroys a monster by battle, you can attach a material from itself, special summon that monster, in an attack position back to your opponent's field, but now with 1000 less attack, and this can attack again. It's not a good card, okay? I want to make that clear now. This is not a good card. It's a funky card that's kind of neat, and I wanted to summon it, but that was purely for me. Run something else in this slot. Just run something else. Maybe another rank 5. I don't know. Just Please do not run this. I did it for the meme. Now we have the last free monster of our extra deck, 2 Valiant Shark Lancers, a new boy, and 1 full armored Crystal Zero Lancer. So Valiant Shark Lancer requires 2 level 5s, and its ability lets you target a monster on the opponent's field to then detach 1 material from anything on the field. Keep that in mind, so long as you have another Water Xyz. Destroy it, and if it's destroyed by battle or card effect, and if another, sorry, I misread that effect. If another Water Xyz monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while you control this, you can choose a spell from the deck and place it on top. So, yeah, it searches out the 7th one if you want to. We don't really run the 7th one, but it's a cool pop, and it can be used to rank up into full armored Crystal Zero Lancer, who gains 500 attack for each material attached to it, can be ranked up from a rank 5 water monster. Can avoid destruction by detaching a material from itself, and by detaching a material from itself normally, it is able to negate all the cards on your opponent's field. So, yeah, big attack, negates, protects itself. It's a pretty good card. You only really need to run 1, maybe 2. It's really as proportionate to the amount of rank 5s you run. Since I only run 2 rank 5s, I feel like I only really need 1 Crystal Zero, especially as Toad recovers water monsters. So, yeah. Run more if you'd like. Maybe run another rank 5 here, but I do like running it. Now for the side deck, it's pretty standard stuff. We have free Gamma Sail for more going secondy stuff. Free Twin Twisters for some spell trap removal. Free Nibiru to deal with combo decks. Free Storming Mirror Force because Thunder Dragons still scare me, and free Red Reboot to deal with trap-heavy matchups. So, if you are new here, we just we go over a couple replays. I tell you what I think went right, what I think went wrong, where I think things could have been improved, so on and so forth. And yeah, all that being said, I'll see you guys in the first replay. Okay. One of the first replay with Runic Cross, once again a good buddy of mine, getting back into the game. All the replays will once again be from some testing me and him did together earlier. So again, if you're watching this, thank you very much, Runic, for once again helping me get some great replays. But yeah, so we're going to kind of do this replay. While we didn't manage being able to finish this game, this does show sort of the ideal turn for this deck and sort of what it can do when it's just really going off. So Runic here is playing a Danger Time Thief Lunalight thing. Basically, he told me it makes rank 4s. So yeah, that's what you're going to see out of that. So we go ahead and agree on the master rules, and we are going to start with him going first. He's going to go ahead and make some danger plays, setting a Time Thief flyback as well as a Twin Twisters. He unfortunately didn't really get what he had hoped to here, which is unfortunate for him. Thankfully, the Mothman did activate those, so we were able to send a right-hand shark to the graveyard. So, on an open field, that's pretty great. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and move into our turn, starting by summoning the Nightmare Shark back so we don't accidentally miss it. We did draw Lantern Shark, so that's amazing. So now we summon Lantern Shark. Lantern Shark lets us summon Cutter Shark. Then with Cutter Shark's ability, we are able to summon Saber Shark from the deck. From there, we make the Bahamut Shark as a rank 4 we are able to do. We use Bahamut Shark to make a Toad. Then we make the Valiant Shark Lancer because those 2 monsters used can be treated as level 5s when Xyz summoning for water monsters. We use Shark Lancer's effect to go ahead and pop the defense position Nessie because it is big. From there, we rank up into full armored Crystal Zero Lancer, which has a lot of attack points, and from there we can just attack for some massive damage. Bahamut Shark being unable to attack because it did use its ability to summon the Toad. So we ended this off with some big bodies, two protected monsters, and a negate. We are going to set a few more things: the Called by the Grave to stop Graveyard Revival, the Infinite Permanence for just another negate available, and the Torrential Reborn in case our opponent figures out a way to wipe our board. So this is kind of the ideal hand. This is pretty much where you can go if everything is set up correctly. Oh yeah, so then we're going to move on to our opponent who summons the Kaleido Chick, but at that point, just, again, we had to cut off because some things happened in our own lives. But yeah, so the game was going to continue. The Kaleido Chick, obviously kind of a game changer in Lunalight, so who knows how that could have gone. But yeah, so that's kind of the deck going off ideally. This is perfect, and it does happen more often than it might seem because you really just need to open Cutter Shark and a way to get right hand into the grave. But yeah, so that was the first replay. Let's go over a game now where things don't go well. Pretty much at all. I will see you guys there. Okay, one of the final and second replay of Runic Cross. This time he is playing a 10 Yi build. This isn't a super great hand for us. Thankfully, we do have Cutter Shark, though, because if you have Cutter Shark, you can at least make Bahamut Shark and get a Toad onto the field. So I was feeling fine with this hand. Not great, but fine with this hand. So yeah, our opponent's going to go first. We agree on the 2020 rules. And so he's going to do the sort of standard 10E play of just trying to make a few link monsters. He is going to end on the I believe it was Berserker plus Dragon Ogre for the disruption. Yeah, so Berserker. Oh, no, he didn't. I guess that was a different replay. That's my bad. But yeah, so he makes a Berserker, sets the Unrivaled Fist, and yeah, so pretty basic 10E stuff, backed up with an Ash Blossom. This is solid. You know, he's got a couple negates, so pretty good. So now is going to be our turn. Unfortunately, we did draw the left-hand Shark, so that is not what we wanted. So we're going to try to summon the Cutter Shark. Cutter Shark's going to try to copy itself into a Lantern Shark. However, we are going to get Unrivaled Fisted. Yeah. So that will negate our Cutter Shark, and we are only able to set Torrential Reborn and pass from there. So he's going to go ahead and bounce our Cutter Shark with the Vishuda, so we can get in for some more damage. Abhara is going to go ahead and get him his Vishuda back, which is solid. So he's going to summon the Vishuda and this Fauna, make a couple more 10 Yis. He's going to go ahead and attack for some big damage, popping our Torrential Reborn in the process. Then it's back to us, and we do, again, not great. The White Mirror helps, and it would have let us make possibly 2 Xyz monsters this turn. However, as soon as we try to use Cutter Shark, Ash Blossom, he once again stopped our Cutter Shark. So at the most, we can just sort of crash and then White Mirror back our Cutter Shark to get another Cutter Shark just for deck vetting. Unfortunately, it's all we can do. So he's going to try to use the Vessel for the Dragon Cycle. We will be ashing that because I'm not letting him get a Foolishness Urge. So he's just going to attack over. Yeah, he's going to bounce us and then attack us. We are at 400 life points. This is kind of the last chance we have. We are, unfortunately, not in a position to OTK with this hand. He is out of disruptions, though, so it's fine. We draw another right-hand Shark. We can finally use Cutter Shark's ability to get a Lantern Shark on the field and make the number 37 Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark, because when it attacks, it will reduce. He does have the Svanna and Grave, unfortunately. However, because our Hope Woven Dragon Shark will be destroyed, we will be able to special summon back a monster into defense position, so that does some damage, and it does kind of get us back into a little bit of defense, so we're fine here as long as he doesn't draw something with 400 attack points, which he did. He did draw something with 400 attack points, so he just attacks for game, and that's really the weakness of the deck. The first play for this deck, outside of a few situations, is very important. Like, you can make things off of one card. That's not an issue. The issue comes when you have to make things off of one card. And that's just, it makes it very vulnerable to negates and Ash Blossoms. So, again, ways around it. And if you have just a better hand, it's usually fine. But bricks really hurt in this deck is the point I am trying to make. But yeah, that all being said, I don't know. I really like this deck. Xyz summoning is probably my favorite extra deck method of summoning, and as you saw, this deck does it pretty well. The new support, I think, was very well done. It just added consistency to the rank 4 engine, and yeah, no, I like this deck. I like sharks. I'm probably going to keep experimenting with it some, and yeah, hopefully next time you see it, if you do, it will be much better. Yeah, but all that being said, let me know what you think. How can I improve this deck? Is there anything you want me to try to build now that Master Rules or Master Rule 5 or whatever you want to call it is out? And yeah, like if you liked, comment if you have something to say, and subscribe if you want some more. This has been Ronin, signing off.